Hello! Welcome back to another FoxyNoTail live stream here on YouTube. Can you hear me? Is it all working? What's going on? Welcome. We've got Zachary Quack here, JP Gaming, Wolfie Craft, Alex, Star Rider, Carnage Joe, House Factor, Flintop, Jesse B, Joe Boosh, Savage Flump, Nerf, Jaya Ramara. I don't think I said that one right. Flight of the Foe, Phantom Instinct. There's a name I haven't seen for a while. Jeez. Scott Nothing, Richard. How are you all doing? It's 2 PM here, Foxy. Good for you. 9:54 AM for me. We hear you loud and clear, says Carnage Joe. This is good news. How's everybody doing? Have you had a nice weekend? Has it been good? Have you had the best time? Coffee. Howdy, Mr. Fogg, says Joe Boosh. Hello there. Right, today, peeps. Today, we've got stuff to do. We've got stuff to do. It's going to involve a little bit of resource gathering, but before we get onto that, we made a few streams ago a shaft which takes us all the way down to the mining area at the bottom of our world. The bad news is, however, there's got no way of getting down there without plummeting to your death. So we need to fill it up with water in such a way that we create water streams and then allow us to go up or down. So, and then we're going to have to build another one of these here. So that's one's going to be up and one's going to be down. So I guess we should probably build the down one first so that we can actually get down, which means technically we don't even need bubble columns. We could put magma blocks under there, but we can go down water pretty quickly anyway. Or what we could do is just put something at the bottom we can fall on and not die. However, my worry about doing that is if I fall slightly incorrectly, I'm going to hit one of the ledges on the way down. So I think having water on the way down is a good idea. I don't really want it to start messing about with all of these walls and waterlogging those and getting through. So we're going to have to be a bit careful. But I think we can do it. A water clutch, maybe? You mean like falling into water at the bottom? My only worry about doing that, like I said, is hitting something on the way down. I don't want this to be a death trap. I want it to be, you know... I want to survive. I could put, like, slime blocks down there or a water thing to fall into or something. The other thing we could potentially do is have a series of just one layer of water on the way down. So we keep falling fast, but we go in through water, which is negating fall damage. The only problem with that is what would we put underneath the water to stop it falling down? Because this is a 3-wide hole. I don't think that's going to be possible. Wow, Story of the Strange. I want to thank you for awesome texture packs and fun content you've made. Keep it up. $10 super chat. Thank you very much. That's amazing. Powdered snow at the bottom, but cover it with wool or carpet. It's fun, says Wolfie Craft. Yeah, that's possible. But again, still going to hit the sides on the way down. So what do I do about that? Also, I don't have any powdered snow. Although I don't think it'd be too difficult to get hold of, right? Open gates, says Zachary Crack. We could do that. It'd look a bit gross, but we could do that. That's a potential. I think just the good old-fashioned filling it full of water and go down slowly is probably the way I'm going to go for it. Just because it's a long way down. It'll take us ages, but it's easy, it's simple, and that's all we need. Sometimes you don't need to overcomplicate things, you know? And I think this is one of those particular occasions where it doesn't really need overly complicating. So we're going to go boring. We're going to go just water. And that makes it easier for us to build as well. So, you know, all the good things. Water elevator. How are you awake? Well, it's like 10 in the morning for me. You have to remember that people live in different places all around the world, and for not everybody's the same time as you see. The magic of a planet that we live on is that it's a different time wherever you go. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. It's a true story. You don't have to believe me, but I'm pretty convinced myself that there is a different time in different areas of the world. Use your epic Minecraft skills to clutch with a mob head at the bottom like a pro. No, and please don't use the word clutch. It's such an awful word. I hate this. I hate the word clutch. I'm really sorry. I'm old. I smell. And I know it's like really like popular, and a lot of the younger YouTube players and Minecraft players and other gamers are always going on about clutch, but clutch is such a stupid word. It doesn't mean anything. So no, I'm not going to ever say clutch and mean it. And I'm not going to do anything that revolves clutch, because clutch is a thing in a car that allows you to change gear, or it's a little bag. It is not a way of saving yourself from death. So get it out of your heads, guys. Clutch, stupid. Thought you lived in EST at the time. It's probably the same time for me. No, I live in UK. I live in little old England. I live in GM. Well, it's actually BST, British Summertime at the moment, but generally speaking, GMT most of the year. Hey, Foxy just joined, says Bookshelf Bobby. Well, thank you very much for joining. Welcome to the live stream. How are you doing? Right, first things first, then. We're going to need some temporary blocks, I guess. Let's... I don't have many things left because Jesse B's bought them all. Let's go see if I've got any blocks and get sorted out. Jesse says, oh, FoxyNoTail isn't down with the kids and their slang. Oh, it's... Yeah, but I don't mind slang. There's certain slang I like. I don't mind some. But there's some that just... Like when words that don't mean anything get picked up by everyone because their favourite YouTuber said it. And they're basically what's happened is someone's used a word not knowing what it means, getting it wrong, and everyone's gone, oh, that must be a cool way of using that word, so I'll use it now. It's not. It's that person that originally said it said the wrong word. And now it's been snowballed into this thing that means something really cool and epic. It's not. It's just it's the wrong word. I'm not doing it. I'm old. Too old for this sort of thing. I'm sorry. Your brightness pack is very glitchy, 1.18.32. Can you explain why? I don't... If there's something glitching, it's not my brightness pack, because my brightness pack is just different textures in the game. It doesn't do anything other than have different textures. So if you're having visual issues, it's more likely to just be a problem with Minecraft. Now, the last couple of beta updates for 1.19 have suggested that they've fixed certain issues with Android. I'm assuming you're playing on Android, but mobile device issues. And I imagine it's probably just, you know, the fact that everything's moved to Render Dragon now means that you're having problems visually. So yeah, not my brightness pack. I'm sure you'll have the same problems if you turn off the brightness pack. That I don't see how my brightness pack could really affect anything like that. Like I say, it's just a texture pack. It doesn't do anything. Get on the level, bruh, says Jesse B. Oh no, I refuse. I'm gonna live here in the Dark Ages where I belong. You can't make me change. Who do you think you are? What about Pog? I think it means player of the game. Pog's not a bad one. I don't mind. I wouldn't say it myself because I think I'm too old to say things like that. But I don't mind when people use Pog. Pog's fine. Pog's not a bad one because that is an abbreviation that makes sense. But the other one isn't. The other one just stupid. Okay? Jeez. Oh, hang on a minute. I was going to put these down, but we need to put kelp in first. I'm probably going to drown before I've even managed to do this, but we'll see what happens. Be alright, bruh. I got this. I've been getting loads of visual glitches recently. It's just Minecraft, says Jesse B. Well, there you go then. What are you doing in today's stream, Foxy? Says Bookshelf Bobby. Well, in today's stream, we're going to sort out this water elevator. Oh dear, I've run out of those. That's not very good. I need more kelp, mate. Yeah, I'm going to finish this water elevator thing. Then we're going to... I was going to start building the next one, but as much as I've already had a shulker box of spruce off Jesse B, I need to pay her back. So I don't really want to... I don't think I've got enough more to make the next one, so we need to go resource gathering. So we'll probably go spruce gathering. We also need to find out from Jesse B, which is convenient that she's here, how much money she wants for that shulker box with the spruce. I mean, I would probably suggest a diamond a stack, so should probably owe her like 27 diamonds at this point. And then if we've got time, we'll start building the next one. However, it was a long time building that one, so I think that's probably another stream's worth of building there. So we might just go, like, I'm really short on diamonds and stuff at the minute. We might go, just go diamond mining again, because I quite enjoyed the last stream where we just did diamond mining. It was really peaceful and chilled out. But we ain't got time for diamond mining right now. What we need is lots and lots of kelp. You could put a bunch of kelp in and have one upstreams and one down. Yeah, I thought about having one as like the same one as up and down, and I've done stuff like that before, and I know Tiz has got stuff like that going on at his base. But I also really like the idea that one's an up one and one's a down one. Now, if it was an actual mine shaft, it would have a lift in it and you would go up and down in the same thing. So it does make sense to have up and down in the same one. So we could do that and save ourselves a massive amount of work. But then I got that other hole next to it that's just going to be sat there doing nothing. I suppose we could repurpose it and use it for something else. So if anyone could come up with any, you know, reason why, or something that we could do with the hole next to it, or just the room next to it, then I'll consider putting some soul sand in this one as well and having it as an up and down one. Also, you're an actual menace. Not only did you block my view, but you made a sharp target to me. It totally works, Jesse. I'm sorry, Jesse. I needed the money, and the only way I could think of getting money quick was to abuse your gambling addiction. They refuse to fix these bugs, says Glacial Break. What bugs? Also the bug where I'm stuck between walking and sprinting until I reopen Minecraft. Oh, man. That's a new one on me. I've not heard of that one before. There's a couple of foxes in there. I'm amazed they haven't vanished. Trash bin, says Glacial Break. What? You can't just say words and expect me to know what you're talking about. What are you on about? Trash bin. Oh, the room is just a trash bin. A whole room for just a trash bin? That seems a little bit silly. Also, I don't need the diamonds, but I'll gladly accept a few stacks of gunpowder for the sprue. Oh, Jesse, I've got more than... Oh, jeez. Okay. I think that's the resource I have the most of. I know that sounds daft, but I genuinely do. Apart from stone and maybe netherrack, I reckon I've got more gunpowder than any other resource. So you are more than welcome to it, Jesse B. You can have as many stacks of gunpowder as you would like, because realistically, I only use it for rockets, so I don't really need it. There's a 3x3 redstone elevator, but could be glitchy. Yeah, I'm not going to do redstone elevators on Bedrock because A, they're really slow, and B, they just break all the time. So I wouldn't mind if I had the time and the patience. You know, I made that slime block elevator in the Nether for my Guardian farm. Doing another one of those could be kind of cool. I wouldn't mind doing that, but the only downside to that is it's a very complicated build, and it doesn't... You can go down it because you can just fall down and land on the slime block, but it's not really set up or suitable for what we're doing here. So I don't think that's going to be a goer, unfortunately. Jesse B says, I've been blowing up my base, so gunpowder would make me happy. Oh, right, okay. Jesse B griefing herself. Hey, Foxy, market pack chunk lines, a black wall. Oh, man. Blame Render Dragon. Blame it, not me. Not my fault. I didn't do it. I'm sorry. It was an accident. The Minecraft developers are out to get me. Every time I make something good, they're like, well, we're going to have to break that, aren't we? Give Foxy some more work to do because he ain't got enough to do already. Hey, Foxy, I've read that one. I seriously am inspired by your handmade mineshaft. Pff, handmade. This is Wolfie. What do you mean handmade? Pff, handmade. It's not like I use bots to build it. I built this with my bare hands in Minecraft using the mouse and keyboard. Shush you. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are calling me out on this amazing mineshaft? Do you know what? Now that I think about it, I think I am. I can't be bothered to build another one of these mineshafts, so I think we will have this as an up and down one. We'll have half of it down and half of it up. It'll be all good. And the good news is, now that we've got those bubbles there, we can just sneak into those and refill our air bubbles if we really need to. It's before Render Dragon, says Nate. Well, have you tried it since Render Dragon? Because Render Dragon, I would assume the Render Dragon would have fixed a lot of your issues like that, because it's yeah, it's got the same shaders that we get on Windows 10 now. So technically, you should work. Should work. What about bone mealing kelp, says Griffin. Well, you can do that, but then you've got to keep breaking the top off to continue bone mealing. It seems a bit pointless when I can literally go and get what? What did I just get? Like 6 stacks in about 10 seconds out of the ocean? And also, I ain't got any bone meal left. I've got literally no bones left at all. I used them all in making my wheat for my haystack. Got no bone meal left, bros. It's all gone. It's the same on both. They play on MCPE. Right, well, unfortunately, that sucks. Which, I mean, MCPE is Bedrock Edition, so you're going to have to be a little bit more specific than that. Are you playing on iOS, Android, a tablet, Fire stick, console, what are you playing? Let me know what you're playing, and you know, I can potentially look at trying to fix it. But there's not much point at the moment, to be all honest with you, in me trying to fix anything when it comes to the things that involve shaders like the Marcus pack, because Mojang have just released Render Dragon for all these consoles, and they keep changing all of the materials because a lot of them are broken, as you found out. So it seems a little bit pointless adding in fixes when they're just going to change again next time Mojang fiddles with it in the next update. So when that all gets nice and stable, if it's still broken, then I'll do something about it. Does that seem fair? Does that seem reasonable to you? I hope it does. Because if it doesn't, it's tough. Am I mean, Jesse B? Am I horrible to everyone? I think I am, aren't I? I'm just a meanie. Wow. FoxyNoTail. That's my name. That one, if I go here, that should do those two. We could be playing on a smart fridge. You never know, says Phantom Instinct. Indeed, yeah. Evening, Foxy, and everyone in chat, says China. Well, hello. Good evening for you. Not horrible at all, says Jesse B. Just really mean, then. Not horrible, but really mean. Well, I'll take it. That's fine. I'm happy with that. Very reasonable, I'd say, says Jesse B. Wow, that doesn't make me sound mean at all. That almost makes me sound nice. No, I don't believe it. Nonsense. Nonsense, Jesse B. BC says hi, hi, hi. Why are you saying hi over again? Because it's going to make you get banned. Don't do it. Don't do it. We won't be having the spam in my chat. You will end up gone. Don't do it. It's not worth it. I see people get banned for worse on this channel. Oh, look at the speed. The speed of us going down. Why are downwards bubble columns so slow? Why are they so slow? Come on, game. Make it better. Oh, Matt Dude saying hi now. Don't you start. Don't you start with the spam. It's got nothing, says do it. Fallout Jones says, oh man. I don't mind if lots of people say hi. That's fine. It's just when the same person says it over and over and over and over and over again. I'm not, you know, I don't want to sound again like FoxyNoTail here. But it's a little bit annoying. You're a little bit annoying. I am indeed. I am indeed. But that's me. You know, we're not talking about me. We're talking about you. Right, we're going to have those ones up. And those ones down. That'll work perfectly well. There we go. Let's go up. Pick up all this kelp along the way. Why am I having the ones near the front up and the other ones down? Well, the reason for that is if I put the ones on the other side down, then when I try and get out at the top, I'll go back down again. So this way, when I go in, I can like bounce along the bubbles at the top to get to the down bit the other side, and I can actually get out. So you see, oh, I'm not going down, mate. I'm just going up. But if I go here, all of a sudden, I'm going down with the magic of bubble columns. Dave W, he's on my level, saying the only spam we want to see is the like button getting spammed. That's right, 66 of you are at the minute, and only 21 of you have hit that like button. Don't you like it? Is it because I'm being mean? It's because I'm awful, isn't it? I'm sorry. I don't mean to be awful. It's just who I am. Ah, I want that block. Give me the block. Sneak. Sneak level 99. There we go. It worked perfectly. Yes. End of stream. We've finished. You've only been streaming 23 minutes. Oh, fine. Okay, geez, I'll carry on. Right, we need to do something here because this is obviously no good. A couple of fence gates there might do us a bit of a favour there. Griffin says, oops, sorry. What are you saying sorry for? What have you done? What have you done? Come on, out with it. Admit it. What was it? Share it with the class. Come on. So have you been passing notes? If you've been passing notes, I'll read them out. Oh, buttons might be better. Buttons? Buttons. Buttons. Gumdrop buttons. Right, we need, if we're going to do buttons, they probably want to be one stone one and one dark oak one. That would make sense. And we might have some buttons in this handy redstone box. We do. Oh, well, they'll do. Polished blackstone buttons for the win. One. Ah, not there, no! Whew, that was close. One there and one there. Perfect. Amazing. Best thing anyone's ever seen in Minecraft ever. I'm happy to put my hands up and admit that. I know that's what you're all thinking, so I might as well admit it. And now we can move on to doing something else. Wood box, other wood box. Hey, slime. How you doing, bro? Wolfycraft says, it's my first time watching stream, Foxy. I absolutely love it. Well, I'm glad you love it. Thank you. You're hilarious, brother. My brother's hilarious. What about me? Oh, jeez. You've been watching him again. Funny sketch. He was passing around the back of the classroom. Oh, man. There we go, mate. I liked it. Sorry. I'm in my workshop making a lantern. Well, it's not good enough, Randall. It's not good enough. If I don't have 100% of your attention during this live stream and you're not just sat there making sure you're hitting that like button, I don't know why you bother turning up. It's a joke. It's a joke. I'm being sarcastic, guys. It's a joke. It's not a very funny joke. It's not a very funny joke. I'll give you that. But it is a joke. Okay? Get a grip. Have a word with yourself. Jeez. Taking everything so seriously. Right, peeps. Good news. We have finished task number 1 that was supposed to take me ages, but it didn't. So, you know, even better news. We have got quite a lot of spruce left. Many trapdoors. And look, a new box full of rubbish. Hurrah! We'll soon be topping up that shop that I made for Jesse B. Why need down when you can jump down, says Nathan. So I don't hit things on the way down and get deaded. Oh, speaking of stuff that we do need some more bone meal because I really need more paper because I've almost run out of rockets, which is not good news. Don't be so serial, Foxy. What's serial? What? You mean serious? Jeez. Are you using text-to-speak? Are you dictating? You think they will fix creeper farms? I've been getting more spiders than creepers. Yeah, that's fixed in one of the betas. Don't worry about it. It will be fixed soon on your device, hopefully. My first go, I spent half a stack of diamonds in that shop. So, I can't wait to go and have a look. I've not been in. I've not checked and see, you know, if people have been using it or not. I'm looking forward to doing that. I'll be recording my next episode starting tomorrow morning. So, yeah, I shall investigate everything then. Make silence, moss, bone meal farm. I got my own, thanks. And I don't need to copy someone else's. I got my own bone meal farm. I could make one of those. I'm not doing it right now. I'm busy going mining for diamonds because I like diamonds. But thank you for the idea. Believe it or not, I know this is crazy to think, but Silent Whisper, as much as he's epic, I absolutely love Silent, he's great, but he's not the only person out there that makes farms. Did you know that? Other people do as well, and this is going to really blow your mind. I'm one of them. I made loads of farms as well. And guess what? They work just as well. Sometimes better, sometimes worse. I'm not gonna lie. So a lot of Silent stuff's better than mine, but fact is, my point there being, he's not the only person in the world making farms. So if I'm going to make a bone meal farm, I probably make my own because I like to do my own thing, you know. Bit pointless. 2 YouTubers, right? You got one person doing farms, another person doing farms. If I'm doing all the same ones as someone else's, it's kind of a bit pointless, isn't it? Might as well not bother. Might as well just quit Minecraft and let Silent do it all. No Puns Treasure says, hello, Foxy. Hello. We got a channel member in here, peeps. It's exciting. What did I come back up here for? Oh, I wanted shulker boxes so that I can, you know, mine stuff. So you can mine your own business. Yes, I can mine my own business. Good joke. I like it. Best one you said all day. I made your guardian farm, says Scott Nothing. Well, there you go. Proof is out there. FoxyNoTail is capable of making farms. I think you'll find also, you did miss a word in that sentence there. You meant to say, I made the best guardian farm, that it just happens to be your guardian farm, Foxy. I think you're fine. You have tutorials for your farm, says Moonbro. I've got a lot of tutorials on farms if you go back far enough in my channel. Yeah, these days, generally, unless I've got some really epic idea I want to share, most of them are in my Let's Play videos, but quite often I'll do it as a sort of kind of tutorial throughout the video so you can understand how to build it. So it is, you know, a lot of it's stuff. Mr. B says, how can I join this, or is there no way? Unfortunately, Mr. B, there is no way. This is a content creators server which is invite only, and we're not currently looking for new members at this particular moment in time. Oh, come on, says Mr. B. Sorry. Sorry, unfortunately, we didn't build this just for you to come along and decide you want to play on it. I know that sounds mean and inconsiderate of us, but that's just who we are here on Truly Bedrock. Just a bunch of mean, inconsiderate people that just don't care about you. So there you go. I've admitted it finally. I've been a long time sitting on that. I've lost sleep over it, but now I can finally admit it. We just don't care about anyone else. We just want to keep this all to ourselves and be selfish and have our own thing without any of you included. We thought about it. We were like, oh, should we let everyone play? And we're like, no, we'll make it look really good and then not let anyone play, and it'll just irritate everyone. And everyone's like, yeah, that sounds fun. Let's do that. It was Jesse's idea, to be fair. I didn't agree with it. I thought we should just open it to everyone, but Jesse was insistent. Weren't you, Jesse? Oh, I'm going to have to go back up again. I forgot torches, guys. I forgot torches again. I think I put all my torches in my... Oh, jeez. Not again! Oh, I've got to go back up again now. Oh, jeez. I'm getting good use out of this new elevator system. I plan on making your Guardian farm, but how do you get the portals to not link with Y levels? Well, you just have to be very careful where you put them. I don't know what you mean by not link with Y levels. As long as you build them at the similar Y level in the overworld and the Nether, then they should link pretty good. The Beast, oh, the best even. I said that last time. I like watching other people's farm videos, then customizing them to my liking. I found I learn more redstone that way. Yeah, absolutely. It's a really good way of learning. Do take someone else's, but don't just build it block for block. Think about how and why it's working, and then do your best to improve it or make it more suitable for you. I think that's a really good way of doing things. Truly Bedrock members are mean, says Jesse B. That's a true story. True story. World downloads are at the end of the season. Be like, I am a joke to you. What do you mean by that, bookshelf, Bobby? I don't understand. Why is that a joke? It was definitely Jessie, since you can place lanterns on trapdoors. She's changed, says Farlop Jones. Yeah, she might be nice now. She's got all of that anger out of her system now that they finally allow her to place things on trapdoors. Do your farms work on Jama? On Jama? No, probably not. I mean, it's very difficult to build a farm that works on both Java Edition and Bedrock Edition, because there's just so many differences in the mechanics, not just Redstone, but the mechanics of the game as well. So I would just assume that they don't, but then on the odd occasion, some might. Like the Guardian farm absolutely will not, because the way that Guardians spawn on Bedrock Edition is just completely different to how they spawn on Java Edition. So sadly, no on that one. But other farms might. Like some of the bone mealy type stuff probably could. But chances are there's probably a better or easier way of doing it on Bedrock Edition, on Java Edition, than the way you're going to do it on Bedrock Edition. Lol. Oh, Jones, you've no idea. I've had many, many happy dance about them trapdoors. Jessie B. That's all she ever wanted out of life, was the ability to place things on trapdoors, and now she can. Speaking of Jessie B, I have got a little bit of a word to have with you. Since building my giant haystack, I have noticed that there is a giant tower have been built right next to it, or has been starting to be built on next to it, which is fine. I don't mind this, Jessie B. I don't mind that you need to feel the need to have the highest thing on Chaos Hill. But what I will do take umbrage with is that when I logged out, I was in a particular place. When I logged back in today, I fell all the way from the top of your tower somehow, all the way down to the bottom, and was nearly dead. You must have been spying on me when I logged out and decided to make some sort of death pit trap for me to log back in on. That's the only thing I can imagine. I don't think you did it by accident. I'm pretty sure it was intent. So yeah, a little bit annoyed. I'm only kidding. I'm not annoyed, guys. Griffin says 100% Foxy on the redstone and learning it. I'm not great at it, but it works. I understand most of the logic behind it all. Oh, that's really good. That makes me happy. Makes me really happy. One of the biggest things, if you've watched my channel and watched my streams for a long time, I'm a big, like, I always say, don't be a sheep. Don't just follow everyone else. Don't just copy because it's easy. Think about why and then make it work for you. Because it's dead easy on Minecraft to go, oh, so-and-so did this and I'm going to do that. And then you build it and you're like, well, I wish it did this or I wish it did that. If you take the time to learn how these things actually work, instead of copying block for block, you can actually make things work for you, because everybody plays Minecraft differently. We've all got different needs and wants from the game. So one person's farm is not necessarily going to be the best solution for you, but it might be close. So yeah, definitely a good idea to try at least and make it work for you. Not always. Sometimes it's like, oh, I just need a bone meal farm, and this is a nice, simple bone meal farm that gives me lots of bone meal. But there you go. I mean, I'm not great at redstone. I definitely learn more by messing about with it than just following designs, says DB Best. Oh, jeez. I keep wanting to call you Beast for some reason. It's that A in your first name is throwing me. Story the Strange. It's funny seeing Java players' reaction to getting portal frames in Bedrock. Before you mine for a while, can we see the famous haystack? I got 28 live streams and a video on it. If you want to see that, feel free to jump into one of those like live stream VODs or check out the video. And we might later on go and have a look round it, but it's not something I'm planning on doing in today's live stream. I've done that on live streams. It's been and done. We're moving on to pastures new. You got totems yet? Yeah, some of us have got totems. I mean, people have got totem farms, but I'm not really into totems or shields. I don't like carrying things on my offhand, especially arrows. Hate having arrows in my offhand. I don't know why. I think it's just because of like, I know it's Minecraft and it doesn't actually hurt if you walk into people with it, but just having this pointy thing on screen in my left hand just irritates me. So yeah, I don't like carrying things in my offhand. And I know there's packs to make them smaller or make them invisible, but I don't need them. Like, dying on Minecraft's not necessarily a big deal. Now, if I was going to fight the Ender Dragon, or if I was going out into the end and going to end cities that were miles away, then yeah, totem suddenly comes in useful because I don't want to have to go back and try and find all my stuff. But when I'm just mooching about in my base or mining or, you know, doing normal stuff, if I die, I'm at home. It's not far to go to get my stuff. I don't need a totem. Death's not a problem in Minecraft because you respawn. The only time it's a problem is if you die in lava and all of your stuff burns. Sorry, Foxy, we'll have to leave now. I hope to catch you in the next stream. Keep being awesome, bro. Thank you very much, WolfieCraft, and thanks for popping along. Nice to see you. You have a cool fave, by the way, says Mr. B. Thanks very much. Is there any way to Insta-mine deepslate? Yes, there is. Do you want to see me Insta-mining deepslate? I can show you Insta-mining deepslate right on this stream if you want. I mean, we can do Insta-mining deepslate instead of just sort of crawling through here. If you'd like me to do that instead. It's really easy to mine Insta-mine deepslate on Bedrock, actually. You could make a haystack shop in the nether as you die, and you've made it in the far reaches. It would be a needle in a haystack for you to find your stuff again. Are we really going to start on needles again in this? No. Needle in a haystack shop's done. I will not hear any more about it unless it's people telling me how wonderful it is and how great it is and that it doesn't need to change. Okay, good. I'm glad we had this talk. Are you guys allowed to dupe in farms? Duping, I think the people have different ideas and thoughts on what's like suitable for duping on servers and in games. I think duping, if you like duping, then that's fine in a single player world. But I think you should always just assume that on a server, it's not a fair way of playing. So we don't on Truly Bedrock allow like gravity block duping. We don't allow shulker box duping or anything like that. But like the furnace XP glitch, that's technically duplicating XP. Not the one where you could click the hotbar. That wasn't allowed. Fortunately, we never actually played on a version of Minecraft that allowed that. But the one where you could actually just cook stuff in your furnace until it had loads of XP in it and then go and take it out continually, that was okay. That was sort of a allowed thing. But if someone was just actively duping blocks, unless they were doing it like if Silent or Groover or someone comes along and says, look, I really want to do this thing just as a showcase to make a video out of it, then we'll probably go, yeah, fair dues. As long as they're not like affecting things in the game or selling all those items to other players or affecting the economy, I don't think that's a problem. But yeah, duplication, generally speaking, is not a good thing. Like, you know, you see Java Edition, they duplicate TNT all the time. You could argue, well, that's really cheaty, but they do it. And I don't agree with duplicating TNT. I know it means you can build amazing things with it, and I know it makes stuff really interesting. But again, really, all that is for content creators to wow you and get views and clicks. It's not I would consider a legitimate way to play the game. If they bring TNT dupe into Bedrock Edition, then that's the developers saying this is okay, we don't mind. But it kind of makes the whole point of crafting TNT pointless, doesn't it? Oh, gaming with TWH, you're going to get banned, bro, if you keep spamming. No needles there. A blood test this morning. I'm done with needles for today, says D-Best. Yeah, I've had a couple of blood tests lately. I don't mind blood tests. They don't hurt. You know, it's just one of those things when you know they're going to put a needle in your arm. You're just like, oh, I don't know. And it feels weird, doesn't it? The feels weird before they've even done it. I don't like looking at it, but I'm happy to. It doesn't bother me. I'm not happy for them to do it. I get it for big content creators in a way, but I dislike duping personally, says Jesse B. Yeah, I think me and you feel very similar on these sorts of things. Get him, Jesse B, says Nummons. Jesse's agreeing with me. Why are you mining? Because this is Minecraft, bro. I'm going to do crafting next. 2 reasons I'm mining. Number 1, I have an incredible love of cobbled deepslate. Number 2, perhaps more importantly, I have an even more incredible love of diamonds. So that's why I'm mining, because I'm very poor on diamonds and I love cobbled deepslate. I don't have any intent to use any cobbled deepslate at the moment, but I just love it so much. It's like my favourite block. You don't have favourites? I know, but it's like my favourite. Never said it was, I said like my favourite. Thank you for timing them out, Jesse B. If they come back, you know what to do. Don't you mean being a pincushion for the NHS with the needles? What do you mean? I don't know. What? Unlimited Gaming says, I lost all my stuff on my new hardcore world because I had no chest, so I needed to throw it and leave it. When I came back, I realised that all my loot despawned. Why didn't you make... I mean, to make a chest, you literally need to punch a tree twice. Well, actually 3 times, because you've got to make a crafting table with the first log, and then the next 2 logs you can make a chest. So, unless you spawned somewhere where there's literally no trees, I would probably suggest restarting your hardcore world anyway. But if it was that early on in your hardcore game that you died because you didn't have a chest, I wouldn't worry too much, because you probably didn't have anything worth losing anyway. It's a try, says Jesse B. Oh, no, try, not try. They're not here. Oh, no, Chazzy. Oh, jeez. Get 14 books now. 14 28-page long books. I'm only kidding, Try. Pleasure to have you in. Welcome to the stream. Personally, I prefer to play how the game's intended, so building on Bedrock Roof and TNT duping is too cheesy for me, says NFan. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I still don't see... I know... I was going to say I don't see the point in building on a nether roof. I do, from a technical point of view. It makes life a lot easier and it means you don't have to muck about too much. I get that. And it means you get better rates and stuff like that. But you don't need to do it. You can still build all those farms. This is another argument I've had with people over the years. Is that there's this desire for players, again, because they've seen Mumbo Jumbo put out farms that do 28,000 items an hour or 1 million items an hour and stuff like that, and they get it in their heads that you need to have that. I need to have this farm. In reality, when you play Minecraft, if you play in Minecraft for more than a day or 2 before you get bored and make a new world, a farm that produces items that fast is completely pointless. Again, they're made for the views, they're made for the clicks, they're not made for reality actually using in game, because it's totally pointless. You don't need that many items. Most of the time you can get away with a little farm that just produces a small number of items over a period of time, and then you can keep going back to it as you need items and stuff like that. You don't need millions of items being produced in a few seconds, because then once you've made them, you don't need to ever go back to those farms. And then that's like, well, put all that effort into making the farm, put all that time gathering resources and actually building it, and I've actually used the farm for less time than it took me to do all that, which I just think is pointless. Building on Bedrock Roof is fair game. I think it's harder than regular nether, says FC Foods. It's not the way it's intended to be played. I kind of think it's kind of pointless, really. Have you completely finished the Deep Dark Nether hub? Says Bookshelf Bobby. I don't know. I'm not building it. It's not up to me. It's Tiz's job. I have no idea whether Tiz is finished with it or not. Not a clue. Good morning, you beautiful people. Hope you're all feeling gorgeous today. How is everyone? Says Sober Robert. Very good, thank you. How are you doing? Right, we said about insta-mining deepslate a minute ago. We'll do it in a second. We'll do it when we get to the end of this tunnel. We'll start insta-mining it, okay? Sober Foxy has an awesome video on his second channel that shows the art behind him being made. I do. But Hermitcraft uses those farms. But does that mean that's the right way to do it? Are you so incapable of deciding how you want to play the game that the only way you can fathom playing it is by imitating somebody else? Oh, it's not a problem if that's the way you want to play Minecraft. That's absolutely fine. But you got your own ways to. You can make your own mind up. You don't have to do something just because someone else does. You know. I know the Hermits are fantastic. They're a great group. They've got some brilliant ideas. But don't forget they're content creators. They are driven by views, clicks, and advertising revenue. That's what they're making videos for. Yes, they love Minecraft. Yes, they love playing it. And yes, they're very good at it and very entertaining. But at the end of the day, the reason they make videos is to get people to subscribe and watch their videos. So they're not playing it necessarily the way they might play their own single player world. They're playing it in a way that gets them a good number of views over a long period of time. Dalvin Urthodas is a member for 6 months, saying good day, Foxy, good day, chat. Hello, welcome. Thank you very much for your membership. Very much appreciated. I've run out of torches, guys. It's going to be very dark for the next bit going along here. Sorry if you can't see anything. Foxy, you missed diamonds. Oh, man, did I? Better go back and get them. I don't want to miss diamonds. Diamonds are behind you. You missed them. Oh, geez, I can see them. Look at all those diamonds I missed. I missed loads. Too busy reading chat. That's the problem. Too busy reading chat and telling you that you don't need to be sheep. Thank you very much for letting me know. Nubs Hunt's Treasure says, that reminds me, I should really edit some videos today. Isn't that the same reason you make content? Yeah, absolutely. It is. But I do try and make sure that in my content that I'm very honest with people and I explain to people and I try and make farms that are simple to make and provide you a reasonable amount of stuff. Most of my farms that I make are not designed to be the most efficient, most ginormous, most ridiculous farm. They're like farms that you would actually use and work on, and that's, you know, maybe not made me have the most clicks in the world, which is why I probably don't have millions of subscribers, but it certainly gives me a lot of views. It makes me happy. Like, I started this trend. Oh, I don't know if I started it, but I feel like I started the trend of easy this farm and easy that farm, and all of a sudden everyone's doing easy, simple farms. You know, it only takes one person to start doing something and other people to realize, hey, this is working, I'm getting views from that, and then everybody starts doing it. I did like, what was it, 3 videos, the easy, simple, like the easiest this and the easiest that, and then all of a sudden everybody's videos are the easy this and the easy that. Now, I don't want to take credit for it because I don't know if I was the driving force there, but I certainly did it before I started seeing it everywhere else. So if a YouTuber, my point is, if a YouTuber sees there's a way to get views, they're going to jump on that and start making videos in that way. What does being a sheep mean, Foxy? I generally don't understand. Sheep generally, you know, sheep follow, don't they? They follow. They don't really think for themselves. It's a bit like, you know, the lemmings, I guess. They all follow each other without any thought. They just sort of mindlessly, aimlessly do what everyone else does, do what all the other sheep do. And a lot of people can be like that. And I see it a lot in like chats and comments and things like that. I just hear people doing things because someone else has, rather than questioning why am I doing this, or how am I doing this, or why does this work. They just do, which is fine. It's not a problem, but that's just not how I like to question everything. I like, why is it done like this? Because if you don't question it and you just take everything for granted, then nothing's ever gonna improve or get better or be modified. Or so, you know, you can watch somebody's video and they've put in their title, this is the best farm, and because you like that person and you think, well, I must be the best farm, who am I to judge? And then you've got in your head that's the best farm. You didn't ask why it's the best farm or how it's the best farm, but you following along with it because you believe in that YouTuber. But whereas what I would do is I'd look at that and go, okay, I'm going to build that farm, but is there a way I can make it better? Is this really the best farm? Why is it the best farm? Is it the best farm for me? This farm spits out all of these things at this rate, but actually that's more than I want to be dealing with. That's more than I need for my whatever I'm doing. I don't want to build a giant storage system just to keep up with that farm. So actually the best farm for me is similar, but doesn't produce as much or produces it in a different way. And so, you know, the best farm is completely subjective to how you play the game. So that's what I mean by being a sheep. You don't have to just take people's word for it and do it because they've done it. You are in your rights to question it and do things the way you want to do it. And I know not everyone works like that, but I do. It's difficult Insta-mining deepslate when you've got gaps. But there we go, we're Insta-mining deepslate. No, we're not, because of stupid gravel. Oh, it's very dark down here. Gonna get zombies. Zombies spawning in there. We need to put some torches down quick. I love semi-automatic farms and redstone, says Davlamin. Sorry for butchering your name there. My 6-month world got corrupted. All GUI disappear when I go certain chunks. Any info about this? It's the first I've heard of anything like that your GUI disappears when you go to certain chunks. That could have been when you loaded the game in 1.18.30. 1.18.30 had some horrendous bugs in it. 1.18.31 and 1.18.32 was supposed to fix that, but it might be that there's some stuff left over from that version that's causing a problem. I know it's not easy to just take a backup of your world regularly and get in the habit of doing that, but I would always suggest when you update to a new version of Minecraft, before you do anything, make a copy of your world. It's dead easy to do in Minecraft because all you got to do is literally go into your world settings and hit the copy button at the bottom of the page. And that way, if there is a problem with the update, which there regularly is on Bedrock Edition, you have got a backup and you can hold on to that backup until the next update that fixes it comes along, and then you've lost nothing. So always, always, always have backups. If it's important to you, make a backup of it. Speaking of which, I haven't got a backup of my ideas world for a while, and that's full of bugs. Every time I go to chunks in my ideas world, it tells me there's a sub-chunk error and these things are missing and that's things are missing. But it's just the way one's going to be. Foxy, have you messed around with the glow lichen farms yet? I've heard it's possible now. Looks amazing on sea lanterns. No, I haven't. I've got to admit that glow lichen, I see it getting more and more love out there, particularly in like spawn proofing things and in the technical communities. But it's just one of those things that I'm not really that bothered about because I don't like the block all that much. I'm sure at some point I will do as it becomes more and more common and I find needs for it. But at the moment, it's not something I'm really all that fussed about, so I haven't looked into it. But I didn't know it was farmable, so that's interesting. I know you can grow it. I think you can grow it. Can you grow it with bone meal? I'm pretty sure you can. So technically, obviously, it's going to be farmable in some way. But I didn't know anyone had actually designed anything for it. But then I don't look. It was in 1.18.2 when it corrupted. Well, I can't help you then, I'm afraid. I would probably suggest that you get in touch with Mojang support and make a bug report on the bug tracker. And don't just write, my world's broken, what are you going to do about it? You need to go through the process to write a good bug report so that they can try and replicate it and fix it. Foxy, can't make a backup on Xbox. Of course you can. Can you not? There's still the exact same thing on Xbox. The copy world button's still there. If you go to your world settings, I can't do it on here because I'm on a server. But if you was to go to your world settings when you're not in game, at the bottom, there's literally a button down there that says copy world. That's on Xbox as well. It's on all the devices. You don't need to physically go to your files and copy it. You just do copy world and just don't open that world if in the latest version of Minecraft. That's why I use MCB Play, so when my VDS restarts, it backs up daily. Well, there you go. You're welcome. Foxy, do you have any plans on project making or improving some of your resource packs or add-ons? Yeah, I do. I've got big plans for all of my resource packs and add-ons, but they're so big, it's taken me a long time to implement them. You may have seen, you may not have seen that a lot of my packs have been updated, and in the descriptions I've written in that this pack is now fully automated. So what I'm doing is I'm slowly, because of just it takes a long time to do, I'm going through all of my packs and add-ons, and if it's possible to, I'm putting them into a system that I'm building that allows me to just basically click build new pack. It takes all of the necessary files from the vanilla game of Minecraft, for which is ever the latest version, and it builds a new pack completely automatically based on that. But I've got to the point where I've done most of the easy ones, And now I'm getting to the point where a lot of them are very complicated, particularly like my combo add-ons. But I'm hesitant to do my combo add-ons, which is they're a little bit out of date now, because I am also wanting to implement a system on my website where you can combine them yourself. So you go, well, I want one player sleep, I want player heads, I want the death counter, but I don't want this or I don't want that, and I want a system online to do that, and that's really complicated. So there's a lot of thought going into that before I start working on it, because I'm not 100% sure exactly how I'm going to tackle that, because all of those files will need to be maintained and up to date. They'll need to know what they conflict with, they'll need to know how they work together, and that's a big system to start writing. And I spent a lot of time last month writing website stuff and taking time off YouTube and streaming doing that, which has obviously affected me negatively in terms of my income and my channel growth. So I'm trying to balance that at the moment, which means that these updates are coming through a lot more slowly, but we're getting there. Speaking of coming through slowly, I need a wee. I'm busting. I'm so long a bit. Why? I can go I sit here all day. As soon as I start recording or streaming, I'm just like, I need a toilet. Why? I'm pretty sure it's a mental thing now. Maybe because I just drink so much coffee and water while I'm streaming. That's probably got a lot to do with it. But that seems too simple, doesn't it, Slack?
Do it.
Oh my goodness, Slack has changed. Right, boys and girls. I'm going to toilet. I'll be back in one moment. Don't go anywhere. See? Didn't take too long. Jeez. I bet you all thought you would be waiting there for days, didn't you? So Sober Rock said, basically Bedrock version of vanilla tweaks. Kind of, yeah, but not for all of my packs. Trial says, with the 1.19 update just around the corner, do you have any plans for new series at all, excluding TB? No. No, I don't. Have you thought about getting someone to help out with add-ons and sharing the workload? Yes, we actually had a conversation yesterday on my Discord about that. I have offered out to people in the past to help me with that, but the problem is not everybody knows how to make add-ons. Certainly the ones that do, I mean, there's loads of people out there that's really good at making add-ons, but the people that have approached me previously are people that know a little bit about add-ons and resource packs, but don't know them to the same level of depth that I do. And what I don't want to do is have a bunch of people go, hey, I'll help you with your add-ons, and then turn around and go, can you teach me how to do it? Because if that's the case, I ain't got time to teach everybody how to do all this sort of stuff. It took a long time for me to learn. I need people that are genuinely able to learn themselves or, you know, pick it up relatively swiftly. So 3 people came out yesterday in my Discord and were like, oh, we can help. And 2 of them said, but I don't know much about add-ons. Which is fine, because they'll probably know enough to do some of the minor stuff, like updating certain like resource packs and changing a couple of files here and there. But when it comes to complicated things, it's going to be more work for me trying to hold their hands through doing it than it would be for me to just do it myself. One of the people was a programmer, and they are probably more likely to be able to help me in the long run. So I am going to try and get those people on board to help out. But I've never worked in a way where I've had to do teamwork like that before. So it's all new to me, and new stuff is often scary. I don't really know how it'll all work. I don't know how it'll go down, and I just feel like, in my experience, when you're relying on other people for that it's not their job, they're volunteering, they're doing it part-time, and you're relying on them, and then they, for whatever reason, they let you down because they're busy, or they can't understand it, or it's too much for them to do at the moment because they've got this, that, and the other going on, which is absolutely fine because they're volunteering, then obviously I got to pick it up again, which is fine if I know about it beforehand. But quite often you'd be like, oh, can you just help me out with this? And yeah. And a few days later you're waiting on it, and you don't want to be pushy because they're volunteering, and you don't want to be saying, hey, have you done this yet? Because they're helping you out for nothing. So for me to then go, have you done this yet? It feels really rude. So you wait a little bit longer, and eventually like, oh, did you manage to get that thing sorted out? Oh no, well, I've been really busy with this, that, and the other. And then that's just, for me, it's frustrating because I'm like, oh, well, I'd want to get these things sorted out and put out there for people, and they're relying on me for doing these things. And then it just... So, yeah, there's reasons why I haven't, but I realistically at this point should get people to help me out. D-Best says, I regularly promote your packs in my videos. Hardly anyone watches me, but I doubt it will help. Well, I appreciate that anyway. Thank you. Cake Lord said, this is a very good time to say, why are you guys not liking... Oh, my goodness, Cake Lord. My goodness, Cake Lord. I'll just shut up and let you take over, shall I? That you do it. That's my job. One of the few things I take pleasure in, and you're taking away from me now. Thank you, Cake Lord. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Cake Lord. There's all these people watching. 110 viewers. Only 99 likes. Something not right there. My math's not adding up. I'm pretty sure that means that there's some of you haven't hit that like button. Jeez, meanies. I have your simple iron farm memorized by heart now. I love you, Foxy, says Twiggy. That was so simple. It was the easiest iron farm ever, yeah. I'm glad you've memorized it by heart. You'll get it done, Foxy. You're a smart cookie. Oh, I know I'll get it done. It's just, and thank you for that. It's just a matter of time, isn't it? It's just juggling things. Like, I've been a marketplace partner for, what, nearly a year now, and I haven't even started working on the next map yet, and I'm so desperate to do it. I mean, that, in my head, that was like going to be, oh, if I start making maps like 1 or 2 a year, that's a big chunk of income, so I don't have to stress too much about like pushing videos and subscribers and Twitch stuff as much, and it'll give me more, you know, comfort and going forward. And I haven't even got round to starting those yet because I've just been doing so many other things. So time management and juggling all that sort of stuff, I just struggle with anyway. So it's a slow process, sadly. Right, I think I've done enough digging around here. Bit sick of digging now. Sorry, Foxy says, Devilman. Why are you sorry? I've really enjoyed the content you release on YouTube. Where do your ideas come from, says Declan? I don't know. They don't come from anywhere. I just come up with ideas, I guess. There's no source. There's no, like, people feeding me information. Hey, why don't you do this? I just come up with ideas. Me, I guess, is the answer to that question. I don't think this is enough diamonds, peeps. There's hardly enough. No, we need to do more diamonds. I'm not going to do deep slate Insta-mining anymore because it's just not getting us enough diamonds. We're going to do proper mining. Get diamonds the good old-fashioned way. If you let yourself down, only yourself to blame, says Dave W. That's very true. That's something I've lived by for a long time. I probably shouldn't have done, but I do. Teamwork is an exercise in communication, methinks, says Kitsune. Yeah, I'm not very good at that either. I'm based on Android, so can make sure there isn't any issues with packs. It's got nothing. Well, thank you. Sober Robert says it's very rarely for me to hit the like button. Fair enough. So you have marketplace maps. What are they, says Story of Strange? Well, that's the thing. I don't. I've got one, but it wasn't even on my marketplace thing. It did it before I got my own partnership, which is called Infinity Dungeon, which you can download and play. Well, all I've done on my actual partnership is I've made 2 skin packs. I haven't had a chance to do anything. This is hence my frustration. I know why is there a lava lake right where I want to do mining? This is so inconsiderate. These lava lake people, we'll go this side. There's no lava lake over here, peeps. We're safe. Hi, Foxy. Would you consider playing a flat world with no structures? No, because you couldn't do anything. And a Minecraft Bedrock flat world, what can you do? There's no trees. There's no way of getting wood. How would you do anything? I suppose if you started with a sapling, I guess it kind of be like Skyblock. But why, if you're going to do that, just play Skyblock. I would like to make a flat world that has structures in it, but I don't know if that's possible to do with Bedrock yet. Kids, just finished your Infinite Judgment map. It was awesome, says non-existing. Well, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. On my server, hostile mobs don't burn in deadlight apart from phantoms. There isn't a roof over them. How do I fix this, or do I have a cursed server? It's probably some add-on that you've got added, like on your server, I guess. What add-ons are you running? Unlimited gaming. If you keep telling, if you keep self-promoting in my chat, you're going to find yourself banned as well. This isn't a place to come and try and steal subscribers or get people to go to you. In fact, you know what? No, I'm just going to get rid of you for now anyway. Gone. Just to remind everybody, if you are watching one person's live stream and you are engaging in one person's channel, then it is very, 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 very impolite to try and leech off that channel by telling everybody that you also have a channel and you also make videos. It's not good, it's not polite, and it just get you banned. Just like Unlimited Gaming, who just got banned. So don't do it. Don't come to other people's content and tell people about your own. Make your own way in YouTube. Develop your own subscriber base. Go live. There's no reason you couldn't have gone live and started getting your audience in there. Don't use other people's hard work to try and give yourself a leg up, especially without their permission. If you want to get acknowledged in someone else's live stream, then do something that's worthy of being acknowledged. Do something amazing so that streamer or that YouTuber goes, hey, check out this person's videos because they're amazing. There's no freebies when it comes to FoxyNoTail, I'm just saying. Apart from all of my add-ons and my website and my tools and my server software and all of the other stuff and my Discord and downloads, basically all of the free stuff. Apart from all of the free stuff that I give you, there's no freebies, okay? Jeez. Flat world is like Skyblock, says Juramis. Yeah, without the worry about falling off. So it's kind of like cheaty Skyblock. Communication thing is why it's hard for me to work on group projects. I find it hard to make myself understood, says D-Best. I'm too much of a control freak, and I don't like assuming things of people, so I don't like to ask. I hate asking for help because I just feel like people have got better things to do. And I feel it's disrespectful of other people's time for me to be asking them to do stuff for me. So that's my problem. Morning, Foxy, says Will Stickland. Hello, how are you doing? No self-promotion. Instead, hit the red button on this video. I want to point out that everyone here has a YouTube channel, says Cake Lord. Cake Lord working themselves towards a ban. Being a smart aleck. Farlap Joe says, I love Foxy's lectures. They're not supposed to be lectures. They're supposed to be just, good advice. Might not be good advice. Depends whether or not you find the advice useful or not, I guess. You have more likes than currently watching. That's definitely winning, says non-existing. This is good news. 20. I can't see my like count now because for some reason my screen's gone small. But it says 1. 1 like. Hooray. 1 ... Could be 1, could be 10, could be 100. Who knows? I can see that there's 122 people watching though, so that's good. There's no diamonds at all here, bruh, says Siver. We've got a bunch of diamonds already. We're doing all right. The control freak thing is also a problem for me, says D-Best. Yeah. The thing is... This is a joke, by the way, peeps. The thing is, all my ideas are just so much better than everyone else's. So when I work in a group, they're just all wrong and I'm right and they should just do what I want to do. It's a true story. Jeez. Cake Lord says, File Up Joe's actually, oh my goodness. Kate Lord, drop it, yeah? Read the room. Otherwise, I'm not, I have no hesitance to, if you're like, well, this is a clever way to get round what Foxy was saying. I'm not stupid. You'll just go as well. Not a problem. Mine says 127 likes, 128 watching, says D-Best. Ah, well, there you go. There we go. Literally said don't read that. How am I supposed to not read it? You read... My goodness. That's like saying no offense to somebody. No offense means I'm going to insult you now, but I'd like it if you didn't get upset at me. Going to insult you, but please don't get cross at me. No, just don't say it. If you have to start a sentence with no offense, or like another one that gets me is technically, when in response to something, technically, no. If you start in a sentence with no offense or technically, then just don't. Stop writing and go and do something else. Okay. Did I just hear slacks as Devlamin? I wouldn't have thought so. Foxy casually ignoring my chats, says Rhea. I'm not ignoring them. They got deleted by Nightbot. I can't read them if they've been deleted. I love that one, lol. No offense. No offense, but you're really ugly. And you smell. Well, you're just horrible. Whoa, bro. I said no offense. No offense, but you're a total moron. Oh, I won't take offense at that. I appreciate the advice. Thanks, mate. Morons. Welcome to VIP rank non-existing. Just upgraded. Well, I don't know if you upgraded or you just took out a new channel membership. It's not very good on YouTube for telling me what happened, but I know you now have a channel membership at VIP level. This is excellent news. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Graham Hood says, or almost anything where you have the first half of the sentence and then but before the second half. I do that a lot. Like, yeah, but. Yeah. But. Yeah, I do that a lot. Second guess myself halfway through a sentence. It's the technically ones that annoy me. Like, you come up with a perfectly valid argument. So, like, let's say I'm having a talk, like a discussion on my Discord or in the chat or something like that. And I'll make a valid point that's, you know, I try and be considerate when I'm making points for the majority of players. I don't always get it right. I'm not saying I'm always right, but what I'm saying is I try. And then someone will come along with, yeah, but technically, and then explain how for a small minority of incredibly intelligent individuals that I'm wrong. And I'm like thinking, yeah, but my argument is for the general pop. It's like saying, I don't know, I can't think of an example, but my argument was like, for the general user base, this is the correct information. And then you get some smart aleck going, well, actually, technically, if you turn your computer upside down and you manage to write all of these scripts in a programming language no one's ever heard of, then you can do this, that, and the other. And you just, it's not an answer. Go away. Stop trying to be right all the time. You don't have to be the smartest person in the room, he says, trying to always be the smartest person in the room. Great screen, Foxy. For what's for dinner, says Kitsune. What's for dinner? That's a good question. Oh, I don't know, actually. I don't know what I'm going to for lunch today. I've got some chicken Kievs in the fridge. I might do it. I got a new air fryer the other day. I say a new one. I didn't have one before. It's not like I've replaced one. But I decided to finally like jump on board the air fryer bandwagon and got myself an air fryer. And I really like using it because it's so much quicker than the oven. The food tastes so much nicer out of it, and it uses a lot less electricity, believe it or not. So I might bang a couple of chicken Kievs in the in the air fryer and have one for lunch and one for dinner. Your Marcus pack is the best pack ever. Thank you, by the way. Love from India, says Minor Moet. Well, you're very welcome. I'm really glad you like it. Hey, wait a minute. There's a lot of lava around here again. What's going on with all this lava, guys? I specifically requested no lava in this mining session. I have a dynamic lighting pack, but I can see how it affects mobs burning, as it has to be normal. Had to be on normal. Well, was fine. If you've got a dynamic lighting pack on Bedrock Edition, what you're doing is while you're walking around, it's just constantly placing light blocks around your character, which is not only incredibly laggy and resource intensive on your game/server, but also when you die or you go through to the nether or you just happen to glitch and teleport somewhere else, those light blocks then get left in your world. And the problem is light blocks are completely invisible, so you don't know where they are. So if there's light blocks like floating in the sky for whatever reason and zombies and mobs are underneath them, then no, in Bedrock Edition, they're probably not counting them as being underneath the sun, because there's technically a block above their head, which is probably why they're not burning. So I would strongly suggest that you don't use dynamic light in Bedrock pack, because not only is it ridiculously resource intensive, it's also very, very broken, and it's not a good solution for a pack. Air fryers are amazing, says Kate Lord. Finally, something we can agree on. I'll take you off the just about to ban list for a moment. Don't put yourself back on there by being smart again. Air fryers, nice. I love mine, says Kitsune. I was dead hesitant about hair fryers, because, I mean, fried food is generally speaking unhealthy. Like having a deep fat fryer, you wouldn't want to live off one of those, because it's a heart attack waiting to happen. But when I actually put some time into understanding what one was, I was like, oh, so it just blows hot air around the food, effectively, literally, as the name suggests, frying it but with air. So there's no oil. You don't, I mean, there are certain recipes where you can put oil in and like have a bit of oil that sort of gets so hot in there that the oil kind of disperses into the air and cooks the food and makes it more crispy. But all of the stuff that I've put in there so far is like, don't add any oil, and it just comes out really nice and crispy, well cooked through. And I just, oh, that's good then, right? If it's just being cooked in hot air, that's got to be good. And the way that the little bucket that you put the food in works, it's got a grill in the bottom of it, so any fat that is in the food that leaks out just ends up not in your food, which is fantastic. So it's almost like I want to say a George Foreman grill thing, but what they called, it's the George Foreman's the brand name. What's the actual thing? The little grills that you get where you put your food in and all the fat leaks out into a little tray at the bottom and then goes all over your kitchen side because you haven't cleaned your fat tray out for a while. And then, oh man, it just, I had to stop using mine. Why do you want to fry the air, says Timmy C. Have you not tried fried air? Oh man, it's like you know, cool water fried air. It's amazing, tasty. Fried air. Air fryer is good for baked veggies and carrots I can cook, says Kits. I haven't put any veggies in it yet. It's got several modes on it. It's like got a dehydrate mode on it. It's got a, what's the other one? Like a, oh, max crisp. Max crisp. That was the one. The first thing I put in it, obviously, I was going to put chips in, or otherwise known in America as fries. So I put some of those in. It was like, I read the manual. It's okay. We recommend putting these in for 15 minutes on max crisp. Put them in for 15 minutes on max crisp. 15 minutes later, they was black, charred. They were very crispy, but they was way too overcooked. So I just do the other setting is just the air fry setting, and I just do that. Anything that goes in is basically 15 minutes, comes out perfect. That'll do. Thank you very much. Non-existent says, you get Jeff Bezos from me on Twitch, so I thought I'd support you directly here. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much, non-existent. Retro Warrior says, which country watches you most watched? USA is my most watched, and it used to be Great Britain following that, or the UK, but it's actually then, I think, India, and then the Philippines, and then the UK. Rayo Harsh, finally. I've finally seen one of your messages. Anyone building shulkers from Foxy's shulker game he made in this server? Oh, buying shulkers. Jesse B's been buying them, apparently. I haven't checked yet. I'll be looking in tomorrow's video. I say tomorrow's video. It won't be coming out to you tomorrow. It's when I start recording it tomorrow. It'll come out to you, hopefully, midweek. Those grilled are called grills. Shocking, I know, as well. I'm just wondering. Well, I consider a grill to be the thing that's, like, combined with your oven that you make cheese on toast with. You know, the small oven at the top of your main oven that you open the drawer and that's the grill. So I guess they are grills, but they're not really grills because they're Oh, man. In my mind, technically. Friday is so healthy, says Kitsune. Did you know that dihydrogen monoxide is very dangerous, says Kate Lord? I don't know. Oh, my goodness. Golden crispy airs. It's got nothing. Air fryers are incredible. You can get some very tasty chips out of it, says JC Dreamer. Foxy, your tunnels keep leading back to the same room. Do they? No. It's almost like I'm using that tunnel to branch mine off of in order to get diamonds. But no, that'd be ridiculous. Don't find any diamonds down here. No diamonds at all. Branch mining off that room. Well, I guess they were right. It sounds like Max Crisp couldn't be more than black. Well, that is true, yeah. Yeah, that's right, I suppose. I read it wrong. I just assumed Max Crisp meant they were cooked nicely and really crispy. But no, yeah, you're right. By the very definition of Max Crisp itself, they are literally charred to a crisp. It's like a way of making your own charcoal, I guess. Put potato in, get charcoal out. You thought charcoal could only be made from wood? No, mate, we can make it from anything. In the air fryer. Have you ever thought of starting a server with Retro Warrior? All of your fans instead of only aid. Paid, I mean. Oh, man. Yeah, I thought about it loads of times. But there's many reasons why I won't do it. Same reasons why I won't have a free server open to just anyone. Because, no offense to you guys, I'm sure many of you, no offense, but technically, many of you are probably very, very nice, thoughtful individuals that play Minecraft in a nice and thoughtful way. But when you, as I proved a long time ago, when I opened a Chaos Realm, with the entire intent of proving, I was getting so many emails, not emails, messages, comments all the time. Will you make us a server? Make us a free server to play on, or a realm, or whatever it was at the time. I was like, no, I'm not doing it because it'll just get griefed and spammed. No, we'll play on it. It'll be great. You should make it. And it was like people guilting me into giving them a free realm to play on. Like, why? Why should that be why should you be expectant that a YouTuber would just make something for you to play on for free? That's not right. What? So I was like, well, I don't want to do it because it'll just get griefed and spammed. No, it'll be fine. Make us a free server. So I made one. I made the Chaos Realm, and I made it open to any of my subscribers, and I made a video on it explaining why I didn't want to do it and why it was a stupid idea and why it wasn't going to work. And just as I expected, the entire thing was completely ruined and griefed by all of these horrible people. It was a nasty experience. It was a horrible place to play, and basically, not only was it just bad for those reasons, but if you imagine, hey, you come along to FoxyNoTail's free realm or free server, hey, this is going to be great, and you have a really, really bad time on that server, not only are you going to be thinking, I had a bad time on this server, and you're going to be upset and it's left at, people destroyed your stuff, but you're going to be angry at me. You're going to be, even if it's just subconsciously, you'll be frustrated that, you will associate FoxyNoTail with bad vibes. FoxyNoTail, he had that server that I got all my stuff griefed and he didn't do anything about it. Like, it's my responsibility to deal with it. Like, I got all the time in the world to babysit you guys playing on the free server. So I made that as proof to everybody that it's just, unless I spent all the time in the world sat there managing it, which means I wouldn't be able to make videos, wouldn't be able to live stream, wouldn't be able to work, wouldn't be able to afford to eat, wouldn't be able to sleep, then it would just be a nightmare. Like, because on Bedrock Edition, another issue is we don't have any of the nice add-on like server resources to moderate and fix the world if it gets broken or griefed. There's no way of moderating chat. There's no way of moderating who's done what and where it is. There's no land claim stuff. So it was just a complete absolute shambles, and it still is now. That's how Bedrock Edition is. So I still will not and will not put a free realm out there for people, and there's no way that if I did, I would play on it as well, because it would be a nightmare. Second I did everything, I'd just be swarmed with people that were just trying to either break everything, get in front of the camera, just be there, all about them rather than it being about something fun, and I would just find it frustrating and horrible, and so would the people playing on it. So no. Oh, super dangerous. Look up SDS on the store. Oh, my goodness. Foxy, how do I move light blocks? Then I'll remove the add-on. Well, you'll have to give yourself a light block and just go around your world looking for them. But they're invisible, so, you know, good luck. Foxy broke his own rules, says Cake Lord. What rules did I break? I don't want to be argumentative, but, says Dave W. D-Best says, you only need a couple of bad apples to ruin a server for everyone. Yeah, and there's a lot more than a couple out there when you just open stuff up to everybody. Those types of realm servers don't work. So many CCs can support you with this. CCs? What's a CC? PLJ. How many days did it last before that happened? I think we left it open for like a month, something like that. There were a few really nice players that came out of it. There's actually one person that's still part of the community now, I think, and plays on my other stuff. But it was just awful for the rest of the people. Could always use Geezer. I'm not... Yeah, I could. There's loads of stuff I could do, but you've got to ask why. Why I would do it. Why? It's no benefit to me. It's just a cost of not just money, but time as well to produce something like that. Why would I do it? You are more than capable of setting up your own server and playing on your own server and doing what you want to do. Why is it my responsibility to do that for you? Why should I do that for you? And what do I get out of it? What is the benefit for me? It's just time and resources for me to put something together for you. I don't get it. It's not my job. I don't run a creche or a charity or this isn't a play group of somewhere for people to come along and just be looked after. This is my job, to create and entertain you via videos and live streams and stuff, and the extra content that I do for you I try my best to put out there as good as I can. There's no rules to say I need to do more than that, surely. I don't get it. You can still host a server that'd be whitelisted instead. Yeah, but how do I choose who goes on the whitelist? How do I know if they're good or bad people? Oh, okay, CC is content creators, I'm already on a server full of content creators. I'm confused now. Let me see the original message from that one. It was, those types of realm servers don't work. So many content creators can support you with this. Yeah. Oh, okay. So you were arguing with me, not against me. Okay, I read that differently to how it was clearly written. Just be thankful Mr. Foxy already gives us his resource packs, says Matthew Fulmer. Yeah. We don't have friends. Well, not my problem. Sounds like a you problem. Make it member-only access. I got member-only access servers. This is the thing. I got member-only access servers that you have to become a member of. And they're going, well, I don't want to become a member. I want it for free. I want it for free. Very altruistic already, says Matthew Fulmer. Lofty says, let people on a free realm server. It don't work. Builds get broken, blown up. They do, Lofty. Exactly. Exactly. Set it to whitelist only, then don't whitelist everyone. Really cut down the moderating needed, says Graham Hunt. Yeah, I've got servers like that already. I've got about 5 servers just sat there with no one playing on. It's great. I don't have to do anything. The world file size never gets bigger. They don't get corrupted. No one's gone and like loaded loads of chunks. So in the future updates, they're going to be perfect. It's wonderful. Stupid. How many diamonds you got in total, says Nathaniel. I don't know. I haven't counted. Not many. It's not been the most forgiving mining session, this one. How much of a cut do you get from YouTube, says Kate Lord? I don't know on the specifics. I think it all depends on the... I have no idea. From like super chats and memberships, I get 70%. From advertising revenue, I think it's the same, but I'm not 100% sure. Time for work. Thank you, Mr. Foxy, for the entertainment. Have a wonderful day. You're very welcome. You have a wonderful day too. I see nobody coming back on, you know, why it's a good idea for me to give you all of my time and money in order to provide free stuff. So I assume you all agree with me on that one. Thank you very much for agreeing. Appreciate it. Lofty says, I pay to support Foxy and play with friends on his servers. It's a win-win for both. Yep. That's the thing. You know, it sounds like I'm being greedy, but again, this is my job. This is how I make my money. The majority of my earnings now come from Patreon. If I didn't have Patreon, I wouldn't be able to do this full time. End of. Full stop. So to be able to give something back to my patrons, like, you know, servers to play on and things to do and a community to be part of, is the least I can do. If I didn't do that, if I didn't have Patreon, I wouldn't be interested in opening servers up for people because, you know, we've discussed that already. But putting a paywall there, as I proved from the very beginning, putting a paywall in place just gets rid of... You don't have to worry about applications or people telling you how good they are at Minecraft or people having to go through a process of administering people. You just get people that are genuinely want to play and prepared to put, you know, money on the table in order to do so. I think over all the years I've been running Patreon servers now, we've had like maybe 2 or 3 people in total that were actually like genuinely bad eggs. That doesn't mean to say there haven't been the odd argument here and there and the odd upset. You're going to get that anyway where you've got people with different opinions and different ideas playing, but actual griefers I don't think we've ever had any of. And I think like I say, 1 or 2 times we've had any like real issues in the whole of the time. So it's just been a really nice, great place for people to come and play. Cake Lord, it's the second one. Servers don't come free neither does electric or internet, says Lofty. What's the best way to support you now then? Patreon, Switch, subs, or YouTube memberships, says Graham Hub. Well, Graham, if you go to, hang on a minute, FoxyNoTail.com, there's a page at the bottom of here called Support, which says, it feels a bit pushy and expectant to publish a page that's about giving, but during streams and on Discord, I regularly get asked about the best ways to support me, both financially or otherwise, so I thought I'd make a list of the various different ways that you can help out. And then you've got all of the non-financial ones that you can help me out with. And you've got all of the financial ones that you can help me out with the ones at the top being the ones I get the most of. And I've tried to include here, like, how much of a cut I get from things. So the worst way you can support me financially is by buying my merch, because I don't really make any profit on those, because I try and keep the prices down as much as possible, because that's just sort of, it's not a way for me to make money. It's a way for me to just, people ask me for merch and I didn't want to rip people off. So Twitch subscriptions are low down because you only get 50% of the amount for that. YouTube is relatively low down because you only get 70%. The best way is direct donations from PayPal, which you can actually set up recurring payments if you wanted to. So if you wanted to support me on a monthly basis, you could choose how much you wanted to do that, and you could do that through PayPal. So there's lots and lots of different ways to do it, and that's all available there on my website if you want to do that. And I would thoroughly appreciate it if you did, but there is no expectation and no pressure to do that. And obviously, again, I've written this everywhere, only do that if you can afford to and if you are over 18, because if you're not over 18, not only will you not get the perks for doing it, but you'll also, you know, you've got better things to be spending your money on. You're a young person, you shouldn't be giving adults money no matter how much you enjoy their content when you're under 18, because, you know, you've got your life to think about. Do it when you're earning money and when you can afford to. Gun Hippie says, playing towards hosted server by someone like Foxy gives you a server with lots of people without management of doing it yourself. Typically, it's better value for money too. Well, yeah. Wait, so YouTube membership just for the patron, or just patron for the server? YouTube memberships will at the moment, however, now that YouTube are rolling out gifted memberships, we'll have to see how that goes, because potentially with gifted memberships, because there's no way of determining who you're going to be gifting those memberships to, they could be gifted to miners. And it's always at the $5 tier as well, which is my VIP tier, which does allow you server access. So if it's a gifted membership, it's not going to work. If you genuinely pay for a YouTube membership and you can verify that you're over 18 with some government ID, then you will get your perks. So the way to do that is you contact myself or Mitz via Discord, Mitz TCats, and you'll get added onto the stuff. So I might consider removing the YouTube memberships from that if the gifted subs just makes it impossible. But for now, I'm hoping that YouTube are going to have a way of actually separating the two things so I can keep that as perks, because I want it to be a perk of YouTube memberships. But that's pretty much the reason why I don't have it as my Twitch tier subscription, the ability to get on there, because you've just got no idea who they are or how old they are, and they obviously haven't paid for it themselves. So giving people access that haven't paid and you don't know who they are, and Twitch is such a bad way of managing channel memberships. It's just, yeah, not possible to do it on Twitch. But YouTube, so far, it's easy enough. Minor Mo, it says, can you make a server for India in Bedrock? An Indian Bedrock server sucks. No, I can't, sorry. If I made a server for India, you would have even worse time, because you'd be getting lag to the UK or Europe, wherever the server was hosted. So, yeah, you would not have a good time. Sorry. You never considered reoccurring PayPal? Better than Patreon, I would guess, says Kitsune. Yeah, absolutely. Way better than Patreon. And again, if people were doing that, and they were doing that at the same financial value as Patreon or YouTube memberships, which is basically $5 a month, then yeah, I would be more than happy to open up perks to those people as well. So it's not a hard and fast, oh, I'm only going to do this through YouTube memberships or PayPal. If you're going out of your way to support me financially, yes, of course, I want to reward you for that with access to those things. But you will, again, still need to contact myself or Mitz, get verified that it's actually you doing that, and get verified that you are over 18 via government ID. So we're not going to just accept like a piece of paper or a photocopy or your mum or dad saying, oh yeah, they're definitely over 18. It does need to be government verified identification, like a driving license or a passport or something like that. Don't need to know your address, not interested in your address, don't need to know your personal details. All we need to know is that it's you. Can you send the link, says Retro Warrior. Link for what? How do you even prove that you're over 18? As I've just said. You should look for something for fans only, says the Potsy. What do you mean by that? Cake Lord, you'll be asked for proof of ID, says Lofty. Do you buy the over 18s beers, says Gadget J. I'll tell you what, if we ever had like a meetup at some point, which would be very difficult to do because my members come from all over the world, but if we ever did, then yeah, of course would buy you all a beer, providing it wasn't in London and the beer prices weren't ridiculous. Can you make a oh my goodness, Minor Moet, I've already answered that one. No, sorry. Kids could use Twitch Prime, says anyone could use Twitch Prime. Anyone could use YouTube channel memberships. Anyone could technically use Patreon, which is why we do age verification, to make sure that the people that are doing these things are old enough. The other thing is, like I've mentioned also before, the good thing about Patreon, as much as it does take a relatively large cut, is that if you have subscribed to me via Patreon on the basis that you think you can sneak through and get onto one of the worlds but you're not over 18, as has happened by plenty of people, I can refund you and will refund you your payment when I find out that you're not over 18, when you're unable to provide the ID to prove it. The problem with YouTube channel memberships and Twitch, I can't refund that. So if you choose to do that, if you think, oh, I'm going to get on Foxy's servers by going through YouTube or Twitch, and then we find out you're under 18, you've just lost your money, okay? So if you want to try and scam the system, at least you got risk-free doing it on Patreon. You're just wasting my time and everyone else's. What about a video to confirm age, or you want an image you can keep for the future? No, it's got to be government ID, the passport or driving license or nothing. Sorry. No, I'm not interested in what you look like or who you are. I just need to confirm that who you are, your age that you say you're at. What about your markers pack is the best I ever used, says my name. Well, thank you very much. I'm in Dubai, but would come back to the UK for a beer with you guys, says Gadget J. Do you get a lot of under 18s trying? No, over the years, there's been 2 or 3. We've had, I think there's been a couple of cases where parents have like signed up for the kids, and I'm like, I'm really sorry, but no. But it's normally pretty obvious because the way they communicate is just obviously very young, very immature. So it's normally pretty easy to spot. Whereas we've had it where somebody's given their dad's driving license, and I'm like, yeah, that's fine, but I don't trust it because of the way this person's communicated, the way this person's done. So I'm just going to give them a refund and say no thank you, which I might have been wrong on. Could have been wrong, but I have to make these judgment calls, and sometimes these judgment calls end up in that person not getting through, even if they potentially are, just because safety for the people that play on my servers is the most #1 thing. I want people to know and trust that they are on a server where they're going to have a good time. They're not going to have to worry about losing their stuff or the stuff getting stolen. And like I say, touch wood, fingers crossed, for the last few years since I've been doing this, it's been a really, really successful way of doing it. Benny says, oh, I'd lost mine years ago. Never bothered to get a new one since I never used it. I've added your markers pack to my server, says Colo Rippon. You don't need to add them to your server because it's a resource pack. You can just add them to your global resources and you can use them on any server, but that's great that you have. Just beware, though, if someone else is using a resource pack that requires them to do things with armor stands, they won't be able to if you've got it as a server-side resource pack because it will take priority over the other stuff. I just learned that when you set armor stand on fire, it takes damage. Yeah. Scott Nothing says they said clutch too much. Yeah, that was it. I just clutched a membership on your server, so, bruh, let me in, bro. What's the IP? No. Can you use your packs on PlayStation, says A-Winch. You can if you can get them on there, that's the problem, is getting them on PlayStation. Sony do not make it easy for you to put any files on your server, on your PlayStation. So the way to do it, well, it's not a very good way, but the way to kind of do it is to basically, you've got to get a realm on a different device. And you can get free realms, like if you open up a free trial of a realm, open that up on your phone or your PC or a device where you can download packs, add them to the realm, and then download that realm to your PlayStation, and you'll have the packs and add-ons on your PlayStation. But that's the only way I know of doing it. There used to be ways of using file managers and stuff. Oh no, wrong pickaxe, my ender chest. But I don't think that works now. So certainly not on PlayStation. I don't think it does on Xbox now either. So the armor stand packs are on your servers. Yeah. I have set a bunch of resource packs on your server. If people are using other armor stand resources, it's tough because they're wrong, says Graham Hood. Fair enough. Can you make good controls pack for MCP? No, there's no way of doing changing the controls in the game with add-ons or resource packs, so sorry about that. I want to ask you about your chunk loader pack. If I actually got it on own mob cape. Pardon? If it actually got its own mob cap. I don't know what that... Oh, its own mob cap. Kind of, I guess. What? I don't understand what your question is there. What are you getting at with that one? What do you mean? Oh, I'm running out of ender chests. I have to make some new ender chests soon. Where's my... Oh, did I leave my... I left my pickaxe down there, my good one. Oh, jeez. Got to go back down, peeps. Xbox via FTP now to get resource packs. Can you do that? The moderator muted me, so I learned my lesson that day, says John Ezekiel Lontok. I went through almost 20 ender chests the last few weeks as Nubbun's treasure. What, by using your fortune pickaxe? Jeez. Sure can. Oh, that's really interesting, Gadget J. That's really interesting. So how do you FTP to your Xbox? Do you need an app on your Xbox to do that, or can you just connect to it? Like, has it got FTP? I'm surprised that's got FTP built into it. That doesn't seem right. I'm taking your word for it that it is, but it doesn't seem right. How did you get to creating add-ons and mod packs, says the Potsy86. I've always fiddled with stuff like that. Like when I used to play Java Edition, I used to make data packs. And I often find myself thinking, I need this, or I want that, or I've seen things, and I think, oh, well, I could do that. So I just fiddle and learn stuff. I don't go out of my way to necessarily do it. I just do. I'm just the type of personality I've got is I just have a desire to understand how things work, and I like fiddling with these things, and they just often lead to other things. So, and then like, oh, well, if I can do this and I can do that, then if I do this, then I can do that. And then you get, you know, down this rabbit hole of quite complicated add-ons and stuff. What is FTP, says Kate Lord? It's File Transfer Protocol, I think it stands for. I think that's what it stands for. Pretty sure. Okay. Let's get the cobbled deep slate lined up, ready to go in there. And then we got our shinies. What did we get from our days mining? Oh, look at all those diamonds. Look at all these shiny things that we got. This is good news. I needed more redstone as well, so that's good news. Let's put it all away in our jewel box. Let's count it all up. This is excellent. Okay. Make mini stacks of things. No, we don't want those. I want all the loose ones. There we go. Blocks and blocks and blocks and blocks and blocks. Nice. 24 blocks of diamonds. Don't mind if I do. This is good news. Oh, I could have made more. Oh no, it's raw gold, not raw gold ingots. I see. FoxyNoTail being an idiot there. Being a noob. Oh, I'm such a noob. Oh, I didn't make my redstone blocks. Emeralds. Raw iron, that can go in there. Slime. Yeah. Don't really want that. Slime can go in there for now. Excellent. Nice place to put my slime. Right. Put those away. And there we go, peeps. What a successful day out. Does the chunk loader have a separate mob cap, or does it affect the other mob cap? It won't affect your hostile and passive mobs, but there is a global mob cap on Minecraft Bedrock Edition, and I don't think there's any way of circumventing that. So yeah, it would affect the global mob cap, but you need like 300 odd entities or mobs loaded, I think, to even come close to reaching that. So I don't think it'll have an effect. Oh, I got more stuff here. I don't think it'll have an effect on your gameplay from that point of view. I think you should be fine there. Oh, tell you what we'll do with that redstone. Put it in this box with my fancy ores. Oh, look at all these diamonds. I didn't even know I had those. Blocks of diamonds just hidden away in this chest. I didn't even know I had. Jeez. I've been desperate for diamonds for ages, and I'm sat on hundreds of them. Oh, well. Oh, well. This is why they call me expert level 99, peeps, because I'm on the ball. I know what I'm doing. I got a handle on this. Right, this Jeff Bezos thing's getting on my nerves now because it's taking up valuable space in my my ender chest. It's got to go. Any real room for any of these things? Coal blocks, I guess. Let's take flint out there and put coal there instead. Put flint in there instead. All of those things in there. Nice. Very good. And we'll put the slimes in my mob drops box. There we go. Nice. Nice! Right, I'm going to answer a few more questions now, and then we're going to disappear for the day because I've just about finished in today's live stream. So let's have a look. What we got? I was watching some shopping district build. I think season 2 was that you? Bad memory, lol, says Real Official Kaz. There was a lot of us building the shopping district in season 2, so it might have been me. Could be someone else. Colo Rippon says, does the chunk loader... Oh, I've read that one. Tra says, don't know about the rest of you, but my download pick is a horror. Stuck with it for 5 years. Ridiculous. What? I don't understand. Who runs this server, says Retrorora? Is it a realm or a server? It is a server. I mean, I technically am the admin for it, but it's a joint thing for all of the creators on here. The real official cast says, I think everything was being sold for $1 diamond. Jeez. Benny Perez says, it's a server run by Purple Goose. I remember when people used Ask Jeeves. Oof. Oh, you're as old as I am. B Speedy says, are the servers like TB with world boards and shops? With world boards? We don't have world border. Can't do that on Bedrock. Not properly, anyway. John Ezekiel says, do you have Discord? Can I get your Discord username? Yes, I do have a Discord. You are welcome to join it. You'll find the links to it in the description of this live stream / video. Play me. I want to make... But yeah, if you're asking for my username because you want to DM me, make sure that it's, you know, something... I don't want just DMs from everybody, if you know what I mean. If you just want to talk to me, then feel free to join the Discord and chat in the general chat, and I'll see it and respond to you if I think it's, you know, if I want to get involved in the conversation. But if you just join in the Discord to DM me just to have a conversation, you'll probably get ignored or blocked because I don't have time to just chat with everybody in the world. And I know it sounds harsh and horrible. If it's a genuine inquiry, something you need, or a business proposal, fair enough. But I get a lot of people just like sending me sticker waves and then, hey, how you doing? And if I responded to every single one of them, again, I wouldn't have time to do literally anything else. So if I say no to one person, I say no to all. Unless it's somebody I know personally or one of my Discord like patrons or something like that that needs something, then fair dues. But if you just someone I don't know and you come along and you DM me something just for a general chit chat, and you're going to probably just get ignored. Real official counts as bonus. It's when you lose $20 in a jacket you haven't worn for a year. Oh, that's good, isn't it, when that happens? Hey, Foxy, can you make your brightness pack but with old ores? No, I'm not going to mess about like that. It's a fully automated pack that it just takes the files from the latest version of Minecraft. I don't want to have variations because it just gets complicated, but feel free to add your own textures into there for your own personal use. What do you think of either hosting servers, says Cola Rippon? Either hosting servers? I don't know what you mean by that. I use Nodecraft. Nodecraft actually sponsor my servers, which is great. So the link's in the description to how you can get a discount using my code on Nodecraft servers. They are good. I would recommend them. They're very reliable and very quick. We don't have any lag on those. So they're the best ones I use so far, at least. PLJ95 says, thanks for the great stream, Foxy. You're very welcome. Do you regularly read Discord, says Chris Wood? Yeah, I check it every day. I'm always flicking onto the Discord. I don't always necessarily chat there, but I see most of what's going on. If you wanted to DM Foxy, there's no need to ask for his DOSC, says Kate Lord. B Speedy says, sorry, I was asking, like, stay within 4,000 by 4,000 so they can be reset. Yeah, we do that, yeah. Hello, Foxy. Am I late? Yeah, we're just about to finish, so sorry about that. Cheers for the stream, Foxy, says Graham. Hope you're welcome. With the hosting, I mean. I've never heard of it. Scott Nothing says, just want to say thanks for all of the content. You're welcome. Foxy sees all on Discord. There's a couple of channels I got muted just because I think General Technical I have muted because there's other people that deal with that, and it's just a load of nonsense that goes on in there generally. But yeah, the majority of channels I don't have muted on my Discord, and I listen to them and I read them. And quite often, if it's something I want to respond to, I will. Right, peeps. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this live stream. Don't forget to like it if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Join my Discord if you haven't done that already. Geez, what are you doing if you haven't joined that? And if you really, really liked it, then please consider being a channel member and supporting this channel if you would like to. If not, don't worry about it. And I'll see you all very soon in the next one, which will probably be tomorrow evening on Twitch. Oh, hang on. Let me check my new schedule. I've forgotten it already. My new schedule. My next stream will be, yeah, tomorrow afternoon or evening my time on Twitch. So, yeah, see you there. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.